You might have felt it before, this deep, unexplainable sense of being alone, even in a crowded room. Like there's a distance between you and the rest of the world. This feeling isn't a mistake or a curse. For chosen ones, being alone is not just necessary, it's part of the divine design. Why? Because chosen ones carry a frequency so unique, so powerful, that it often separates them from the ordinary rhythms of life. Their path is unlike most people's, and this path requires a space where their soul can grow, reflect, and prepare for the mission ahead. The world around us is noisy, filled with distractions, opinions, and energies that pull us in countless directions. For chosen ones, this noise interferes with their ability to hear their inner voice, their divine guidance. Being alone creates the sacred silence they need to tune in deeply. It's in this silence that their purpose becomes clear and their power is refined. When you are surrounded by others constantly, your energy blends, sometimes dilutes, and often gets misaligned. But alone, chosen ones conserve their precious energy. They protect their vibration from being influenced by negativity, judgment, or confusion that doesn't serve their highest good. Alone is where they recharge, realign, and remember who they truly are beyond the expectations and roles assigned by society. Being alone also means freedom from compromise. In relationships or groups, chosen ones are often pressured to fit in, to tone down their uniqueness to avoid standing out. But their mission demands authenticity, not conformity. Alone, they can be 100% themselves. Their quirks, their ideas, their passions, without dilution. This authenticity is what will ultimately attract the right people and opportunities into their life. Another powerful reason chosen ones must be alone is to cultivate deep self-awareness. The journey inward is where true transformation happens, without the distractions of constant social interaction. Chosen ones face themselves, their fears, their doubts, their strengths, and their shadows. This process builds the self-mastery they need to walk their path with integrity and courage. You might wonder, does being alone mean loneliness? Not necessarily. Loneliness is the feeling of lacking connection, but solitude is the choice to step away and find peace within. Chosen ones learn to enjoy their own company, to find joy in silence, and to create a sanctuary within themselves. This inner sanctuary becomes their source of strength, no matter what happens outside. The solitude also protects chosen ones from energy vampires, people who drain their spirit or distract them from their purpose. When alone, chosen ones have the clarity to see who genuinely supports them and who does not. This clarity helps them build sacred boundaries that preserve their focus and energy. In the quiet of being alone, chosen ones can meditate, pray, and connect with the divine. This spiritual connection is vital. It fuels their inspiration and provides the courage needed for the often difficult path they walk. The world may not always understand them, but their connection with a higher power is unwavering. Being alone is also a period of preparation. Before great leaders, healers, or visionaries step into their full power, they often spend time in solitude. It's like the chrysalis stage of a butterfly's life, unseen, silent, but full of intense transformation. Chosen ones must be alone to integrate lessons, heal old wounds, and build the strength needed for what lies ahead. The pressure of society can be overwhelming. Expectations to conform, to follow traditional paths, or to seek external validation often suffocate the unique gifts of chosen ones. Being alone gives them the courage to resist these pressures, to stay true to their inner calling even when it feels like everyone else is moving in a different direction. When chosen ones are alone, they also develop patience. They learn that not everyone will understand their journey or timing. Some doors close, some relationships fade, but all of it is part of a divine process. Patience becomes their ally, helping them stay calm and centered while waiting for the right moment to step forward. The aloneness of chosen ones also serves a protective purpose. Their light can be intense, and not everyone is ready to receive it. Being alone shields them from negative influences that could dim their shine. It allows their light to grow stronger until they are ready to shine it brightly in the world without fear. Importantly, chosen ones realize that being alone is temporary. It's a season, not a permanent state. This solitude prepares them to engage with the world more powerfully and authentically when the time is right. Their aloneness is not rejection, it's refinement. Finally, the aloneness teaches chosen ones self-love. When no one else seems to understand or support them, they learn to become their own best friend and fiercest supporter. This radical self-love becomes the foundation for their confidence and resilience, allowing them to walk their path without depending on external approval. So if you feel alone, if the world feels distant, remember this: you are not forgotten or forsaken. Your solitude is a sacred space where your soul is being prepared, your strength is being forged, and your purpose is being clarified. You are exactly where you need to be, alone, but never truly lonely, readying yourself to step into your destiny with power and grace. Embrace your aloneness as a gift. Protect it, honor it, because in this sacred space, the chosen ones become the leaders, healers, and visionaries the world desperately needs. Now that you understand why chosen ones must be alone, it's important to dive even deeper into the layers of this solitude, because it's not just about being physically apart, but about a profound internal process that shapes everything about their lives. One of the most challenging parts of being alone for chosen ones is the feeling of being misunderstood. They often live with an internal reality so vivid and intense, it's hard for others to truly grasp. Imagine carrying visions of change, dreams so big and different that the average mind can't relate. This gap in understanding naturally creates distance between them and those around them. Because of this, chosen ones frequently experience rejection, not because there's anything wrong with them, but because their energy disrupts the familiar. People tend to fear what they don't understand or what challenges their worldview. So, the chosen ones find themselves standing apart, sometimes painfully, from friends, family, or even entire communities. This rejection, while painful, serves as a protective barrier to keep them focused on their true mission, rather than getting lost trying to fit into roles that don't belong to them. But there's also a powerful spiritual truth beneath this rejection. Chosen ones are being prepared for a higher calling that requires emotional strength and independence. Being rejected forces them to look inward, to find their own validation and confidence. It forces them to build resilience, a resilience that will carry them through the inevitable storms ahead. When the world turns away, they learn to turn towards their own inner light. It's also in this aloneness that chosen ones develop a unique perspective on life. When you're not caught up in a crowd's noise, your observations become sharper, your intuition stronger. You begin to see patterns, energies, and truths that others miss. This deepened awareness is a gift, but it also sets you further apart because it changes the way you relate to people and situations. You start to crave authenticity and meaningful connections rather than superficial interactions, and that's not always easy to find. In the quiet, chosen ones confront their own shadows, the parts of themselves they might have avoided before. This can be uncomfortable, even painful, but it's necessary. True growth doesn't happen without facing the darkness within. The solitude becomes a healing space where wounds are acknowledged and released. This inner work is what refines chosen ones, making them not only stronger but also wiser and more compassionate. Another reason chosen ones must walk this solitary path is to develop an unshakable faith. When you're alone and the external world seems uncertain or even hostile, faith becomes your anchor. You learn to trust in the unseen, in divine timing, in your soul's purpose, in the greater plan unfolding even when everything feels confusing. This faith is the fuel that propels chosen ones forward when logic, reason, and human support fall short. At times, this solitude may feel like a desert, barren, dry, and endless. But the desert is where seeds of greatness are planted. It's where patience grows. Chosen ones learn that progress is not always visible, and sometimes the greatest changes happen beneath the surface. This slow, unseen growth builds the foundation for a breakthrough that will one day shake the world. Another dimension to this aloneness is the freedom it provides for innovation. When chosen ones step away from the familiar crowds, they create space to think differently, to dream bigger, and to pioneer new ways of being. Without the fear of judgment or the need to conform, their creativity flows freely. This is often why many visionaries, inventors, and spiritual leaders report long periods of solitude before their breakthroughs. But solitude is not a call to isolation. There's a difference. Chosen ones don't isolate to escape the world. They withdraw to reconnect with their truth. And eventually, this truth must be shared. The solitude prepares them for that moment, to step into leadership, to guide others, to light the way forward. The time alone is the groundwork for impactful service. It's also important to remember that chosen ones are not alone in the grandest sense. Spiritually, they are connected to a powerful source, a divine presence that walks beside them at every step. This invisible companionship is often felt most strongly in moments of solitude, offering comfort, guidance, and strength. This connection sustains chosen ones through their loneliest hours and reminds them they are never truly abandoned. As chosen ones embrace their aloneness, they also begin to attract a tribe, a community of like-minded souls who resonate on their frequency. But this tribe often arrives after a season of solitude and preparation, because when chosen ones finally step fully into themselves, their light naturally draws others who are ready to walk alongside them in authenticity and purpose. And here's the beautiful truth. The chosen one's loneliness is a temporary gateway, not a permanent sentence. It's the passage through which they must travel to emerge as the powerful, wise, and compassionate beings they are meant to be. Each moment alone is a step toward their destiny. So if you are watching this and feel the weight of being alone, know this. Your solitude is sacred. It's the soil where your dreams take root. It's the crucible where your spirit is forged. It's the silence that allows your soul to speak loudest. You don't have to rush to fill the silence with noise or seek constant company to feel whole. Instead, honor your solitude. Use it to reconnect with your highest self, your purpose, and your divine mission. Because the world needs your light. But first, you must become that light fully on your own. Remember, chosen ones walk a unique path, sometimes lonely, often misunderstood, but always destined for greatness. Your aloneness is a powerful part of your story. Embrace it, learn from it, and trust that everything you are experiencing is preparing you to shine brighter than ever before. Your journey is sacred, your mission vital, and your time is now.